If you look at things closely, you will realize that almost everything that we do, or almost every action, every activity, and every decision, can be, zeroed down to the fact that we are trying to decide what is between what is right and what is wrong, and the information available to us, the analysis that's available to us, helps us determine what is right and what is wrong. But unfortunately, the problem is that we always don't have all the information, right? I mean, we might have a certain amount of information. We might have, but again, how many books are you gonna read before you begin doing something, or how many tutorials, how many lessons, how many classes do you take before you start something? I mean, I'm not refuting or I'm not neglecting the importance of textbooks. I'm not neglecting the importance of classrooms and teachers. Of course not. I mean, they are the foundation, and they help you like decide and determine a lot of different things. But a lot of the times, if you think about it, that is not absolute. That's not always a thing. Sometimes you have to just move forward. You have to take the risk. You have to do things without that feeling. I'm talking in terms of you'll always, no matter at what point you are, you will always feel somewhat deficit when it comes to the information, the right kind of information. So somewhat sometimes we have to still work with whatever analysis or whatever information we already have. We just have to work with that. Now, I'm not trying to encourage irrational behavior. I'm not trying to encourage people to do things without having a sound, calculated idea about things. But all I'm just trying to say is that, sometimes we have to try and look at the more fundamental aspects of it, or the more foundational aspects of it, right? As opposed to, you know, trying to start or trying to figure out a very extreme or a very advanced version of something. I mean, it's gonna happen. It will happen with time, and I think that's why exposure is very important whenever you're trying to develop a skill, or whenever you're trying to, like, create a life, whatever. You have to, the trial and errors, the repeated trial and errors play a very crucial, critical role in all of that. So once you do that, once you focus on that, I think you're able to make better decisions, and you're just able to do things better.